Hello, bruvs. We're back with this book, Mr. President by Wilman Wag, published by Farrar, Straus and Young in 1953. I bought it earlier at a thrift store for $3 because I figured that this was an authentic signature by Harry S. Truman, and it turns out that it is. And it also turns out that Wilson Searles, I don't know how to say it, that Wilson Searles was a chief usher at one point in his career at the White House, and also assistant chief usher, and probably held other positions within that realm of White House duties. Let me put this on pause, turn this on. There's Cyril's inscription of the book from January 13th, 1953, which is 72 years ago. And here is the inscription by Harry Truman: with thanks and appreciation for your cheerful patience and help. And then he also numbered it. Apparently, I don't know if these were made especially for White House staff, but he numbered it 195 to Wilson Searles from the president at the White House, January 13th, 1953. And after looking up Searles' name, so I was interested if he was a local guy. And I think he did have some family here in the Detroit area. The book was 1952, but the signature is 1953, so that's that. And then while looking through, I guess I should get to the fact that I'll just show you more of the pages. I don't want to lay these out flat because it is obviously a valuable book because of the signatures. And originally I thought this may be a personal note from Truman, but it turns out that on the Internet Archive you can see that it is in the original text. So that isn't a personalized inscription, but this is from the First Lady, Bess Truman, to Mr. Searles, Wilson Searles, with my best wishes from Bess, whatever that says, W. Truman. And then there's also another signature from the Truman's daughter, the writer, Margaret Truman. And this one almost looked like it was part of the book, but in what page is this? But it doesn't show up in the original text on other books, so it's definitely original. So that's 3 signatures in this book from all of the first family. Now I suppose we can look at who Wilson Searles was. As I said, he's pictured in several photographs with Truman. It's pictured in several photographs with Truman. No, this isn't exactly the way you want to look at stuff, but he's part of a memoranda from Pearl Harbor Day when you can see Mr. Searles, assistant usher, alerted the Marine band that Pearl Harbor was taking place. And here's another picture of Searles with Harry S. Truman, obviously, the president. So this lists him as just usher, but other photos and documents list him as chief usher. Here he is again, right here in the White House on March 21st. What year is this? 1939. Being fingerprinted in the Roosevelt White House, along with other members of staff and Capitol Police. And then, where else is there? Then there's a mention of him. Where's Cyril's at? The phone rang and Cyril's answered it and promptly handed the phone to Knox's aide and said, "It's the Navy Department calling you." I was trying to listen to the call, which was rude on my part. So anyways, that's who Wilson Cyril's is. He was an usher, a chief usher, and I don't know what the exact duties of chief usher is with the White House, but he obviously was in daily contact with the president. So that probably makes this book worth more money than the $3 I paid. Obviously, with Truman's signature, it's probably worth $400 or $500 alone. But with this added importance, plus the two other signatures of the First Lady and their daughter, that makes it worth even more money. And obviously I'll sell it because I'm not exactly a Harry Truman follower. It's pretty cool. Turned $3 into $400 or $500 minimum just by, and I was just about ready to leave the thrift store too when I just looked one last time and I saw this book and I was like, you never know, maybe it has a signature in it. Well, this is what really tipped me off because it's Farrar and Straus. Oh, who's here? Mr. President. Titan Garner. Hello, bruvs. What's up, bruv? No, it's not story time. This is a book I found today at a thrift store for $3, and it was owned by a White House usher, and it was signed by Harry Truman in 1953 at the White House, where obviously both of them worked. So, I mean, I could read some of the book, but I'm probably going to sell this. I've seen a copy of this book signed just by Truman without the personal inscriptions and all that stuff sell for $350. So if I can get $500 or $600 for this, I'll gladly sell it with multiple signatures from the first family. This is I don't know how this made the book. I mean, it's embarrassing. Look how blurry that is. It's blurry, bruv. Where am I from? I am from Detroit, Michigan, but I don't live in Detroit proper. Problems of the Presidency. I think this book originally had a dust jacket. Obviously, this doesn't, and it has some issues, but with signatures from the three most prominent people in the White House at the time, I guess the daughter wouldn't be the most prominent, but there she is. And there she is, Bess Truman. And it's personalized to Mr. Cyril's, who, as I said, was chief usher. These are just part of the original text. I originally thought there was 3 extra signatures by Truman, but no. Turns out no. I suppose I should go through it 50 or 60 times to make sure. Where are you from, bruv? Does that say Titan Gamer? A letter dictated 1951 to Congresswoman Edna F. Kelly. Story time comes later, by the way. I will be reading from Donna Tartt's The Little Friend a little bit later. But I wanted to catalog this since I'm going to sell the book and make a shitload of money off it. Will be nice to make some money off a book that is basically discarded at a thrift store. I am Titan Ghana. Why can't I look you up, buddy? You can look me up, buddy. There you are. We'll click your name and see who you are. Go to his channel immediately. (1952) book. We will change that title right now. God damn it. I am Titan Gamer. January 13th. I am a Titan Gamer. Jesus Christ. He's 14 years old. I am 14 years old, bruv. Caddy. Who's Caddy? Caddy Wampus? Are you Catty Wampus? Right, I'm ending this, bruv.